guys, and welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you joined me today. Tonight for supper we're going to have a fresh summer supper. There's actually not going to be any meat in this. I'm going to try to make this on two separate videos. So this video is going to be our pasta salad, our fresh summer pasta salad that is actually light, pretty light. So, minus the pasta, of course, but very light and refreshing. So, stay tuned. We're going to make pasta salad. Okay guys, I've got me a pot of water on over here that we're going to cook our pasta in. Hang on and I'll show you the pasta that we're going to use, okay? Right now I'm just going to put in a handful of salt. Not a handful, but a fingerful. And that salt was the pink Himalayan. I used both. I thought I was going to switch over to all pink Himalayan, but I haven't. So, y'all, my nose looks red. I guess it's my suntan and then my whites around my eyes. Anyway, this is the kind of pasta we're going to use. This is 16 ounces of the tricolor Rotini, the spiral pasta. So we're going to use this box, whole box, and then, you know, I just want to add a little bit of other pasta texture to it. So I'm going to use about 8 ounces, not this whole box, this is a 16 ounce box, but maybe 6 to 8 ounces of macaroni. Just a little bit of something to add some oomph to it. So y'all, while we're waiting on the water to come to boil, what we can do is we can start prepping our vegetables. I like, for looks mainly, different color peppers. I'm going to put in some green onions, a cucumber, and I went to the garden and I picked some of our last cherry tomatoes. We're almost at the end of the cherry tomatoes. Well, we're almost at the end of the garden. Y'all, my garden was still coming in when we got back from vacation, but it was like when we got back, I was kind of in that, I'm done. I'm done. And that's right when my tomatoes were coming in. And I really wanted to can tomatoes, but I didn't. And I feel guilty. I did make some salsa though. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. That salsa was the bomb.com. I may have to see some more, get some more green pepper. These vegetables plus some more you'll see again later on today in our second part of our fresh supper. I'm going to try to do two separate videos on that. And I'm just cutting them in big 1-inch chunks. These are not small diced or anything, because I want you to get a piece of pepper and know you've got a piece of pepper. Now, if you don't like pepper, because I know a lot of people can't tolerate, their stomachs can't tolerate pepper, just leave the pepper out and think of another vegetable you would like to go in here. Cucumbers. I'm going to put tomatoes. You could put broccoli. What I would probably do with the broccoli, if you wanted to put that in there, is maybe like quick blanch it so it gets just a I don't know. I just feel like I would probably blanch it real quick. Like drop it down into boiling water for a minute, take it out and put it in ice water to stop the cooking. I just kind of think that's what I would do. I've never done this with broccoli, so I don't know. One thing I love in this pasta salad that I don't have today is olives. Oh my goodness, if you like olives, please put olives in this. Of course, I probably, Isaac's here tonight. I think the last time I made this, he was at school. And, so with him here, he probably wouldn't like the olives anyway, but cut that little. But y'all, olives are so good in this. So good. And like I said, you're going to see these vegetables again. On the same supper. Not the same video. It'll be our same supper. I'm going to do a separate video. But, we're just going to have like, I don't know how it'll go over with Isaac not having a meat. Because he's kind of a meat and potatoes type guy. But now he loves, the other thing I'm having tonight is vegetable pizza. And that's where you take the crescent rolls and cream cheese and some seasoning in the cream cheese. And then you just put raw vegetables on top. Oh y'all, carrots would be good in this pasta salad. I keep it pretty simple. And just put peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, olives when I can. And then you'll see the ingredient that I say makes this the most, I love this pasta salad. I absolutely love it. Love it. Thank goodness everybody in my family can tolerate peppers, with the exception of Isaac's girlfriend. She likes them, I think, but they don't like her. I think it bothers her stomach, and it does for a lot of people. A lot of people can't tolerate peppers. Isaac and I can go out to the garden, pick one off the stalk or vine or whatever, and the plant, and just eat it. Like I did that. It's so good. And y'all, using the tricolor peppers makes this so colorful and pleasing to the eye. You know, I'm not a gourmet cook by any means. I'm just a good old down-home girl, country girl that cooks southern country food. I mean, New Year's we'll have hog jowl, and we don't even just wait for New Year's. We have hog jowl whenever. So I just cook country, farm, but I will say that I do agree with the more pleasant your food can look, the better it tastes to you. And I just think this is so pretty and pleasing to the eye. Oh, you know what? I should have done orange because I'm going to have tomato. I'm going to save this red one for my other. I'll save the red. Let me get a different plate. Hold on, guys. Well, never mind. We'll put it in there because I probably won't use all of this. We'll see. We'll see. Another thing that you can put in this pasta salad, if you wanted, I've seen people put it in their pasta salads, which may not be the same as mine, but pretty similar. I've seen people put the little pepperoni slices in it. So if you wanted a little bit of meat in it, that's something you could put in it. Any meat that's good served cold would probably be good. I can't think right now what I would put in there for meat other than the little pepperonis. But when you see the ingredient that I say makes this a special pasta salad, now you'll see that it doesn't need the meat. Alright, I think my water is soon going to be ready. It's hard for me to cut vegetables and talk because I get sidetracked. I don't know what that is. Alright. Put that on the plate too. Now these cherry tomatoes came from my garden. That one's got a little bad spot. Let's see if I got it. Yep. And I'm just going to cut them in half. This is a weird looking one. I'm not sure what kind it is. I'm going to cut it, and it's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to cut it in fourths. I didn't really like it very good. Didn't have much flavor. But it was out there, so I picked it and thought, well, we'll bring it in. So I am just going to finish slicing my tomatoes. I'm going to peel my cucumber. Let's see. Let me cut that fan off. I get so hot in the kitchen, I have to turn a fan on. Now, you don't want to cook your pasta to death. You want to do it exactly the amount on the package, or even 30 seconds less, maybe. I do not like at all mushy pasta. I like it al dente, where it has that little bit of bounce back, or little, not a crunch, because that would be gross, but you know, there's just a little bit of firmness left. It's not mush. So when you're cooking pasta, be ready with a colander that you can dump it into. Run some cold water over it to stop the cooking process. I usually go, let's see, this box calls for 9 to 11 minutes. I do 9. I do taste it. I do check one to be sure it's done. And because they're bigger than the elbow, it says 9 to 11 too. So if my rotini's done, I know my macaroni's probably done as well. Alright guys, I'm going to peel and slice up this cucumber. Y'all don't want to have to watch me do that. And I may or may not, I'll probably cut it down in half lengthwise and then slice it up so I have little halves, little cucumber halves. Water's boiling, so let's get it into boil before I start my... I thought I felt a hair. Ugh. No, I don't see it. I thought I felt one. Alright. In goes my rotini. And like I said, I'm not going to put much macaroni. Maybe less than half of this box. And this is a 16-ounce box. So there. That's good. That's plenty. Now let me get a spoon real quick and I'm going to stir it so it doesn't stick. Okay. Pasta is into cooking. Into cooking. All right, so I'm going to peel and cut up this cucumber, and I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, I've got about 4.5 minutes left, so let's keep prepping food. I have finished my cucumbers, and I sliced them up into half rings, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to slice up some green onions, and I'm going to put, I don't know how many I'm going to need, so I'm going to do 4, but like I said, I'm slicing up plenty because on my other dish tonight, we'll use all this as well. Whoops, about got my finger there. Did y'all see that? Oh my word. My knife just slid right off that onion. And it didn't slide in the right direction. Thank goodness it didn't hurt me. And I'm slicing up the green stuff too, y'all. I love it all. We're going all the way up to the tip. And I actually may even need more. Who knows? We're going to wait and see. This is one of those pasta salads you can just throw in there what you want. If you would rather use regular onions, put them in there. If you don't like onions at all, don't put them in there. If you like a milder onion and want to use shallot, shallot would be wonderful in here. There's not much that I can think of that wouldn't be good in this pasta salad as far as vegetables go. But I'm just showing you how I normally do it. Now the vegetable pizza, I haven't made that in years. And my son used to absolutely adore it. I mean, he adored it. All right. Let me get all my mess cleaned up here. Thrown away. Remember my motto, clean as you go. Clean as you go. It sure does make it easier in the long run. Alright. So now we're just waiting on the pasta. I'll bring you back just as soon as it's done. Okay guys, I have about 40 seconds left. So I'm going to pull one out. Lay it right there. Let it keep cooking. And the reason I lay it right there is because it's hot. Once those 30 seconds is done, it'll be ready. It's got a firmness to it. Not crunchy, but not mushy. I'm going to let it finish out its 30 seconds. Get my pot holders out. I'm going to turn you guys around to my messy sink. And I have a colander sitting over here in my sink. I'm just going to pour it in there. And you always have a few left in here. And I just run some cold water over it and stir it around just a little bit to stop the cooking. You know, it's not going to lose its heat right away. I mean, it's going to still be hot. But I want to cool it down as quickly as I can. Now, guys, I have a bowl. A glass, I think it's a Pyrex. Is it a Pyrex? Yeah. Pyrex bowl that has a lid. So I have it out here, and I'm just gonna shake the water off my pasta. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your pasta. All right, and I'm just gonna dump my pasta right in here. Now, it's a little warm for me to add my vegetables now. I don't want to I don't want my vegetables to cook any. Oh, I'm out of pepper. Let's see if I have any salt. Have a little bit of salt. So I'll salt it a little bit. I salted it in the water, but it could use a little more. All right. And let me find some pepper. A lot of people like fresh ground pepper and the big chunks of pepper. I like the powdery pepper, but that's just a personal preference. So I'm going to put a little pepper in here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and dress the pasta. Now let me tell you, I use light Italian dressing. The reason I use light is because it's not separated. It's not separated. I don't know if I have a regular Italian up here anywhere. Probably not. Now if I'm gonna eat Italian on my salad, then I don't know if I have any regular Italian that I can show you how it separates. Of course not. But I do have, this is balsamic raspberry vinaigrette. And I don't know if you can see how it's separated right here. Well, the Italian does it, I think, worse than that. So I use the light just because it stays together. But you use whatever your preference is. I don't mind the taste of this Italian dressing. I'm not using light for health reasons by any means. I'm just using it because I like that it doesn't separate. I like the fact that when I want pasta salad, I can just go in and dip some out instead of having to worry about stirring it around all the time. So, brand new bottle, gotta open it. And I'm gonna use probably most of this bottle. So I'm not even gonna put the lid back on. I'm going to use that much. Well, there's 3/4 of it anyway. I put my spoon in the sink. Let me grab another one. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. So good. And I'm going ahead and putting the dressing on because I think maybe the heat would help it stick to it better. And I'm just going to go ahead with the whole bottle. Well, yeah, might as well. Might as well. So, once this cools for a few more minutes, I'm going to come back and we're going to add the vegetables to it. And then I'm going to show you. You're going to think, well, that's no big deal. But to me, it's what sends it over the top. But it may not be a big deal to you. So you can find your secret ingredient that you put in here that makes it a great pasta salad. So I'll bring you back just as soon as it cools down, just a little bit more. Okay guys, we're back. It's cool enough now. So let's put in just a few of our vegetables as we go. So I'll turn you back down.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. You got a nose like a hound dog. I'm just going to put a handful of the green onions. And get a handful of the peppers. We'll stir it and see where we're at when I get everything in here. So going to do some of the tomatoes and some of the cucumbers. Now remember, I'm going to use all these vegetables on our other dish tonight. So, let's take a minute, stir it up. Look how beautiful this is. It is so pretty. Alright guys, I think I need more peppers. I've got more I can chop up for, and I'm actually going to put in all the cucumbers and tomatoes. And another handful of the onions. I'm running out of room. Ah! All right. Okay, so let me show you the ingredient that, in my opinion, sets this completely above the rest. And we'll have to put a lot in. Feta cheese. Now, if you guys don't like feta, then by all means use cheddar, use Parmesan, use mozzarella. I may put a little bit mozzarella in here because I have some. I was going to make Brian a tomato pie last night, and I got home and realized I didn't have any cheddar, and it takes mozzarella and cheddar. So I may put a handful of mozzarella in here, but I'm going to put a whole lot of feta. There's a bite, a sharpness to this feta. And with the tanginess of the pasta and the freshness of the vegetables, it is just delicious. Just delicious. All right. So let me give that a stir. And as it soaks up that dressing, now see, it's kind of disappearing because I have so much in here. So I bought like 2 or 3 or maybe 4, even 4 of those. Some in there. I love feta cheese. I love it on like a chicken pita, chicken souvlaki or something like that. So I'm actually putting 3 of these. I guess they're 8 ounce maybe. 4 ounce containers. Now you don't have to use that many, and you by all means don't have to make a pasta salad near this big. We will eat on this for days. Now if I had made this at night, I would let it set overnight and it would be amazing. Let's put it, I've never put mozzarella cheese in this. I've always done it just like this with some olives. Never mozzarella, so we're going to try something new and put a little bit of mozzarella in here. And I bet it's going to make it delicious. So, now if you're watching your weight or watching your carbs, I don't know what to tell you because pasta has carbs. I'm sure they make some kind of almond flour pasta maybe. I don't know. I'm not in this for the weight watching. I just like it. I think it's good. Okay. Now, I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator and it will be so much better at supper tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and try it now. Because I can't stand it. Y'all, it's so pretty. I love something that's pretty as well as delicious. So let's see if it needs anything. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's so good and refreshing. The only thing it needs is to sit in the refrigerator and marinate for a few hours before supper. That feta cheese is so good. I love feta cheese, y'all. And this will be gone before we know it. Because the boys will come in from lunch, for lunch, and they'll dip into this. They'll eat it for breakfast. They'll eat it for supper. They'll eat it for midnight snack. And y'all, let me tell you, I made a peach cobbler yesterday. I made it. I tasted it. I took Brian some. And I went to go shopping. And I came home from shopping. And it was gone. It was gone. Now, Bryant, Isaac and Trevor. Trevor is Isaac's friend. And he is like our second son. And he works for us here on the farm. He's like one of ours. We treat him like he's ours. And him and Isaac do everything together. Go on vacation together. Everything. They ate the peach cobbler together. Or so Bryant says. I believe he got a few spoonfuls out of the deal too. But I made that peach cobbler and it was gone when I got home. I got the bite that's on the video. And that was it. Y'all, you've got to make this pasta salad. It is so good, so delicious, and so beautiful. I mean, look how pretty. Look how pretty that is. And not only is it pretty, but it's delicious. So y'all, get you some tricolor pasta. Get you a lot of colorful vegetables. Get you some Italian dressing. Remember, I use the light because you don't have to shake it up and it doesn't separate. And then just chop vegetables. Now, I did add macaroni noodles in here too. So it's the tricolor rotini and some elbow macaronis, vegetables, feta cheese, and mozzarella. And that mozzarella is delicious in there. So I'll continue doing mozzarella in there as well. You want some?
Let's try.
Look who's here.
I've just come in from working.
He works hard. What's your favorite part in that? The feta?
I don't know. Somebody's calling.
Somebody's calling.
It's live.
He didn't get to taste it.
Hello?
Well, hang on. We'll wait for him to come by and taste it. Tell you what he likes the best. Okay, he's back in here and he's going to try it.
Sorry about that. So,
when the phone rings.
one thing about being a pastor is the telephone always rings. So, anyway. All right, here we go. Look at all that color. You see all that color? And Leslie's favorite part is this right here, the feta cheese, okay? But, anyway, I think she should have been Italian. Because she loves Greek, not Italian, but Greek.
Greek.
She loves Greek salads with,
Feta cheese.
Yep.
Chicken souvlaki with feta cheese.
Anyway, it's really good. She's got like the tricolored pasta in here, and covered in Italian dressing, light Italian dressing, I believe it is. And so mozzarella cheese, feta cheese, and all the peppers and
Do you
the
like
onions.
the mozzarella in it?
The mozzarella's good, but and she may kill me for saying this, but if there's one thing in here I would leave out, it would be the onions. Okay, I'm not an onion fan. Okay,
I didn't even put that many in there.
but listen, I can still spot them and taste them. And she didn't think I would, but I could. Are those our Tommy Toes?
Yep, from the garden.
Okay.
Tommy Toes. I hadn't heard them called that in forever.
Tommy Toe tomatoes, that's what they are.
I know, I hadn't heard them called that in years.
That's because she hadn't asked me. What do you call them?
Cherry tomatoes.
They're Tommy Toes.
Or Tommy Toes.
That's what uneducated rednecks call stuff. Tommy Toes.
Tommy's offended I call them cherry toes. I mean cherry tomatoes.
See? You've been taking Tommy's fame. Anyway, it's great right here. You guys will enjoy it. Easy fix.
Fresh.
Inexpensive.
It's so refreshing. Especially when it's cold, you stick it in the refrigerator and you come in hot from outside. Whew, it is delicious.
Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Make it for yourself.
Thank y'all for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.